Hey everyone, what's up? It's me Inaya Kausari and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be learning about JavaScript Loops. But before we get started, if you guys are new to this channel, then make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notification bell so that you get notified every single time I post a video. And also give this video a big like and yeah, let's start. So a JavaScript loop is a block of code which is continuously repeated until there's a certain condition met. Now there are several types of loops in JavaScript. There's a for loop, for in, for up, while, do while, and for each loop. But today we're just going to be talking about for, while, and for each loop. Now let's start with the basic for loop. So let's say you want to write down a simple console.log message like 5 times. So if loops wouldn't exist, you'd just go like console.log and then the message like simple as it is. Let me just show you like this, okay? And then just write it down like 5 times, write down, and then if you check the console, it will work perfectly fine. It will just print out it 5 times or maybe more than 5 times, whatever how many times you want to print it out. But then if you look at the code, it would look so much ugly. It would look so ugly, and like if you wanted to change one value, you had to go there and change each and every value, which is just so boring, and you would just not wanting to do that. Okay, so that's why here we have for loops. So for writing a for loop, you start with the for keyword, okay, and then inside the parentheses there are three parts in the for loop. So the first part is the initialization part, where you create a variable. So let's say let I equals 0. Now this I is nothing but index. So now here we're just creating a variable that holds the value 0. And then the second part is the condition. So the condition could again be anything. Okay, so let's just write down I is smaller than 10. Okay, now this 10 is nothing but we're just saying the loop, the sentence to repeat 10 times. Okay, and then the third part is the increment or decrementing. So you'll mostly see people incrementing the value. Okay, so incrementing or decrementing is nothing but we're saying it to print out from 0 to 10 or 10 to 0, like that. So it's simple, and you need to always keep this incrementing or decrementing, but otherwise the loop will be a infinite loop. Okay, so yeah, these three parts are done, and then inside the body you write the statement. So for now we're just writing the console.log statement. So console.log hey, okay, and now you just need to write it once, and then if you just check the console, you can see hey, and then next to it it says 10. Now to make it more clear, let's just say hey plus I. This I is nothing but the index, you can see, and here you go. The word hey is repeated 10 times, and next to it are the numbers for it. So you can see it's so simple to write a for loop, and it just takes 3 lines. And if you wanted to update the sentence, let's say you want to remove the exclamation mark, everything is updated, all the lines. So it's so easy to use, you can see. And next to the word you can see the value here. Okay, let me just explain you the loop. Okay, so for here we are writing we are creating a variable here, which like we're creating box here which holds the value 0. Now we're checking if 0 is smaller than 10. Now yes, it is smaller than 10, then it prints out once hey, and then the value of it, so it will be 0. And then it goes like I plus plus. Now I plus plus is nothing but we're just adding 0 plus 1, and then it equals to 1. So okay, and then the value of I would be equal to 1, and then 1 is 1 smaller than 10. Yes it is, and then it prints out again hey with the value of it, and then it increments like 2 is 2 smaller than 10, and it goes on till 9. And then when it reaches till 9, it checks is 9 smaller than 10. Yes it is. It increments, and then it reaches to 10. So is 10 smaller than 10? Well, it's not, because it's equal to 10, of course. Then the loop stops. Okay, so at that point the loop stops. That's why you can see here hey and 9. But if we write down smaller than or equal to, let's say, you can see hey 10 written down here. So it's pretty simple to use, you can see it's so convenient. Okay, so yeah, now let's see how a while loop is. Okay, now a while loop is kind of similar to for loop, but the structure is different. So in a while loop, you create a variable outside the while statement. So you be like, let's say let number. Okay, number, we're just creating the variable, so number equal 1, and then the while statement. So while the and then after this you have the condition. So while number is smaller than, let's say again, 10. Okay, and then inside the brackets you have to write down the statement. So console dot log. Okay, and now let's write down just the value instead of any word. Okay, and then you have to write down the increment or decrement, as I said. So number plus equals to so it's basically number plus equals to 2 means we're just adding number plus 2. You'll just see it in the console. Okay, so if I save it and go check in the console, you can see 1 3 5 7 and 9. Now you might be wondering, why is it just printing out the odd numbers of, from 1 to 10? Well, let me explain you why. So here we're just creating a number variable here which holds the value of 1. And then it checks, is 1 smaller than 10? Yes, it is. It prints out the number, the value. Okay, so here you can see the value. And then it check number plus equal to. Now that's nothing but we're just incrementing it by 2. So this is nothing new. It's just an assignment operator, plus equals to 2. Instead we can also just do like plus plus. Okay, and it's almost all similar to the for loop, so nothing's much big difference here. Okay, so yeah, this is a simple while loop. There are many more ways you can use a while loop. You can go just explore it, okay, in the web. So yeah, now let's see what a for each loop is. Now, so a for each loop is completely different to a regular loop. So for each loops is actually an array method, which means it's a function to arrays. Like it can only be used with arrays. Okay, so regular functions like for, while, for off, for in, these can be used with arrays, objects, functions, variables, anything. Okay, but the for each loop is actually an array method, which is nothing but a function which is mostly used, like which is for arrays. So let me just show you how to write it. So first let's just create an array, simple array. Okay, so const, let's say fruits equal, and then so here you can see I've created a simple array. Now for writing a for each loop, you don't need to create a different variable for itself. You just need to use the array name, and then like it's actually an array method. Okay, I'll be explaining about array methods in my upcoming videos, so don't worry. Okay, I'll be explaining about it in my later videos, so stay tuned. Okay, so for now, like write fruits. Okay, fruits dot for each, and then here you write whatever the statement is. Okay, so in our condition, now let me just explain you first what for each loop does. Now a for each loop is basically like it loops through the array and prints out all the items in the array. Like it goes through the for each loop, it goes through the array, and then just writes down all the items it collects all the items in the array. So basically, for in our condition, let's just write down a simple arrow function. Okay, so let's say fruit. Now fruit is the name of the new function we've just created. Now arrow function. Okay, so let's just say console dot log fruit. Okay, now if you just go and see in the console window, you can see here apple, cherry, watermelon, and banana. Like each and every fruit is written up. Now you can see it's so simple. Now if you go and add, let's say one more let's say strawberry. Okay, so if you add another element in the array, you can see it says strawberry. Like it, so what this for each loop does is that it just goes through the array and collects all the items in the array. So basically these are all the items in the array: apple, cherry, watermelon, and banana. So you can see it's so simple and it's so convenient. It's really easy to use, and it's basically an amazing array method. So it's a for each loop is actually array method and a loop. So yeah, And yes, I'll be talking about array methods in my upcoming video, so stay tuned. And there are many more fun array methods. I'll be explaining about it again later. So yeah, these are the three for sorry these are the three loops I was talking about: for, while, and the for each loop. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for today's video, guys. So if you didn't understand anything clearly, you can comment it down below in the comment it down. I will try to solve it out. Okay, I'll help you guys. So yeah, now I hope you just enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel with the notification bell on, so that you get notified every single time I post a video. Okay, so yeah, now I'll meet you all in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.